personal hello from the Rideshare team. I'm Kathleen Greer, and we have Arlene Beltran and Amy Reardon and James Williams with us today on the call. And I'm going to turn off the camera for now when we get started. But anyway, just thought it'd be a personal touch and say hello. Anyway, good morning. And so I want to thank everyone, and I hope you're doing well. And I want to thank you for taking a break today and joining us. And as we're, getting accustomed to our new normal and getting a little comfortable with our daily routines, we wanted to keep the momentum going with these different series that we started. And we wanted to build on the tools that we continue to use while we're working from home. And in our first session that we had, we focused on what we need to, how we need to set up our work from home office. And then we went into our next series with, being ergonomically aware. And then we had our last session with Liz Brown, who helped us, work with her personal work with people and being productive adults while we're working from home. And then today, to keep with the same teleworking tips, we're going to work on how we can keep our social networking alive and going towards our next days that we have to telework. And I am going to switch my slides here. Excuse me, having a little difficulties advancing my slides. Sorry about that. And so just like when we are in our physical office, we want to maintain our relationships with our coworkers and our clients and potential customers. And we want to be able to stay connected, and we want to keep those relationships alive and thriving. So when we think about what's important when we, are networking, and why is networking important? And we all have well-established, having well-established network, has become an important part of our lives. So networking it's all about establishing and nurturing long-term, mutual, beneficial relationships with all people you meet. The easiest way to expand your network is to build on the relationships with people you already know. So family and friends and classmates, colleagues, and, acquaintances. We're expanding our network on a daily basis. And, some of the benefits of networking, if I put down 3 here, but there's many more, but just one that comes top of mind, it allows you to help others. And so I guess one of the most important benefits of networking that people tend to overlook is that it allows you to help other people. So, and helping someone else can truly be rewarding. So, think of helping someone get their first job, or putting a good word in for someone, And so what's more, helping out a professional connection means making, introductions and helping other people connect. And you're essentially, you can pave the path for your own personal success with that when you're helping others. The next, exchanging fresh ideas. So most of us try to stay up to date on, in changes in our field, either through continuing our education or reading up on industry news. But there's a wealth of knowledge out there that we can gain access to by simply talking to other professionals in our industry. Being on the receiving end of fresh ideas allows us to introduce new practices in our workplace, and it also helps you remain on top of trends and developments in your industry. And another benefit of networking is it actually becomes your resource. So you probably have tons of questions about your industry that not even Google can help understand or help us with. And so, talking with others, and that includes your direct colleagues, can help you resolve a lot of those questions. And, your professional network essentially functions as your resource, because, the old adage goes that 2 minds are better than 1. So having these connections means that you can help tap into others' knowledge when you need, and then even vice versa. And then some of the things, how can we network while we're working from home? And just like today, we're taking advantage of, taking time out of our schedule just for a quick little coffee break and with the rideshare team. And we're going to share some tips with you. And then hopefully we want to hear from you too. So we want to make it interactive. So that's how we see these sessions going. So some of the things that we think about in order to stay connected, we need to, explore new opportunities. We expand our current network and set realistic goals for ourselves. So, it's tapping into how we can utilize our existing relationships. What professional associations can we join or actively participate in associations that we're members of? What current resources do you have? Contacts, a new opportunity, that are through maybe the chambers that are available. Take advantage of our LinkedIn accounts, contacts, and stay current and share. And one of the things I was even thinking, it's stepping out of our comfort zone and maybe even setting up your own event. There are just a few ideas of how we can network while we're at home. And while we're going through some of the other slides here, I would like to hear from you. And maybe in the chat box, if you could share some ideas of how you have been proactively staying connected while you've been at home, or an idea that just popped in your mind. So that would be great to share, because at the end, we're going to, again, it's interactive. We want to make sure that we listen to what you're saying so we can get tips from you too. So if you don't mind putting that in the chat box, that'd be great. And one of the things we just wanted to share, I know some of the individuals on our call today have been on some of the other series, but if you're not, we wanted to make sure that you are taking advantage of the rideshare rewards, because the Rideshare Delaware program, it rewards all clean commuters in Delaware. And right now, most of us are, teleworking, but it's any form of clean commuting. So if you're, carpooling, riding transit, or van pooling, walking, biking, they're all modes, along with teleworking. They're all modes that you can take advantage of the Rideshare rewards. So if you're currently not a member, you can download our free app, Rideshare DE, or you could go to our website, ridesharedelaware.org, and complete your profile and become a member. And then to earn those rewards, you simply record the days that you're working from home. And in our program, the work from home, or telework as we're calling it, is actually the telecommuting key that you'll actually select. And you can earn up to 200 points a day. So you can redeem those reward points for prizes and discounts and entries into our monthly raffles. And so here's right down below is our how-to video link, and then also our QR code if you choose to use that. And one of the other things we have going on this month is that we are doing a bingo game. And so the Telework Bingo game is going through the month of April, and all individuals who are registered for the Rideshare Delaware program and have recorded a Telework day in April have an opportunity to participate in the game. And we'll be sending out the rules and the game board in the follow-up email from today. And so, again, we want to hear from you. So keep your posts coming and continue to email us and send those work from home selfies. The next is we're going to actually hear from some of the chambers. And so I'm going to open up the microphone, and we're going to hear from Ken Evans. Ken, if you'd like to go ahead and join in and provide some information about the Delaware State Chamber, that'd be great.
Kathleen, I don't believe Ken is on the call right now. So if there is anybody else from the State Chamber, Delaware State Chamber of Commerce, that would like to give any updates, this would be a great time. If not, I'm sure that I will reach out to Ken and also supply any information that he wanted to share with us today. So Kathleen, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Okay, great. Thank you, Amy. And so I will turn it over to Jamie Watts, and she is with the Newcastle Chamber of Commerce. And Jamie, if you'd like to give some information about the chamber.
Sure. Thank you so much for having me today. As you kind of said earlier, keeping connections alive and thriving is really important right now. And so, like most organizations, the Newcastle County Chamber has had to pivot how we do that. And so we've had the opportunity to turn things virtual, like I think most people have, and provide webinars and virtual networking opportunities to keep people connected. So once a week, we've been doing a virtual networking lunch. We just had one yesterday, and then we're going to have one again next Friday, the 17th. And it really is just an opportunity for people to join via Zoom and get to know each other a little bit, share an update on what's going on with their businesses. If they have any needs or anything that they want to promote, they are welcome to do that. I know Arlene has been participating with that as well, so it's been great to hear about all the great things that Rideshare Delaware has been doing. We are also offering webinars. Sometimes they're business education, sometimes they're tidbits on ways to stay safe while working from home. So next Monday, we have one that's all about getting started with Microsoft Teams. I know a lot of people are switching over to Microsoft Teams now, and it's a great way to learn some of those assets of Microsoft Teams that maybe you don't know about. I joined it last week, and I learned a lot of information for my own team on what we can do. Next week, we also have a webinar about 5 ways to stay cyber secure while working from home. Most of us have not been working from home in the past, and now this is new, and so we need to make sure that we're staying safe while we do that. Additionally, upcoming, we also have what is called Open for Business. This is something that we used to do in person all the time, and it was an opportunity for startups to actually make connections with a lot of the organizations in Delaware that provide resources for those startups. And what we're doing is we're turning it over and making it virtual, but still providing that opportunity for people to make those connections. And another thing that we are changing too is every single month we always had our virtual chamber open house or orientation where you could learn more about the chamber and network with each other. And we're still doing it. We're just making it virtual. And so that'll happen at the end of this month as well. I'll put our website in the chat so everyone can see it, but all of our events and virtual opportunities are on our calendar, and we're trying to have at least 3 a week for people to be able to stay connected, because as you've shared in this webinar, it is so important to keep those connections and keep networking. That's it for me.
Oh, thank you, Jamie. That's great information. And I know we have a sheet on your upcoming webinars that we will attach to our follow-up email to all the attendees today. So thank you. And next, we have Dina Venetti from the Central Delaware Chamber. Dina, if you'd like to give an update.
Sure thing. Good morning, everybody. We're doing a lot of information. We're like the information hub here. It's kind of what it's become, and we're trying to do our best to connect people to the information that they need. So we've issued a whole bunch of new publications through our constant contact email system. We're publishing a restaurant list weekly and what they're doing. We're publishing hotel lists. We're publishing the new one that went out today was a list of all of our member banks and what they're able to do to help people through the Paycheck Protection Program. And then one of the big things that we've done is we've started a new Zoom series called Real Help in Real Time. And we've got some of our members to step up and lead these presentations. And they're on pertinent topics, that have to do with what we're going through. So we had one this week about the new tax rules. We're doing another one about building a new business model and how to stay in touch with your clients from home. The power of relationships, leading through a crisis. We're doing one next in a couple weeks about, maintaining a positive attitude, which I think some people are having a hard time with because they're isolated, we're going to do one about recovery planning. So those are on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8.
Dina, you've been cutting in and out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is make sure that we'll have the correct email address for you when we send this presentation out to everyone. And then also, if there are any information sheets and things that you'd like to include in that email, just send them forward to myself or Amy, okay?
Yeah, I did send Amy the Real Help in Real Time flyers this morning.
Perfect. Great. And I do see that Ken Evans did join the call. And so Ken, he is from the Delaware State Chamber. Ken, if you would like to go ahead and give an update from the Delaware State Chamber.
Yes, can everybody hear me? Hello?
Perfect on my side.
Okay, can everyone hear? Okay, good morning, everyone. And first and foremost, I sincerely hope that everyone is doing well, you and your families during this pandemic, and looking forward to seeing everyone when this is all over. Kathleen and Amy, thank you so much for this opportunity. You guys are doing great work, and during these times, it's very important to keep this information flowing. So thank you so much. Kathleen, would you like for me to make the announcement now that I have with regard to an event that we have coming up? We have a call coming up. Would you like for me to share that now?
Go ahead. Yes, that'd be great.
Okay, great. So on April 14th, this coming Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m., we've been having a series of calls at the Delaware State Chamber. We've had the governor twice. We've had Senator Coons on a call. And this call coming up on Tuesday, April 14th from 1 to 2 p.m., our president, Mike Crowanta, he's going to moderate a call with Delaware's healthcare leaders. We're going to have Dr. Janice Nevin, who's president and CEO of Christiana Care, as well as Dr. Terry Murphy, president and CEO of Bay Health downstate. And they're going to be discussing what hospital systems are experiencing and seeing, as well as insight on the trend of the disease's manifestation, as we enter into the most challenging 2-week period coming up. So it's going to be very informative, very helpful. Again, they're going to be keying on the next 2 weeks, which are, we're hearing that it's going to be very challenging. So I would encourage everyone to call in. The registration for the event, the information is on our website, but Kathleen, Amy, I would be happy to, personally email everyone that's on the call the link, or I can send it to you too. I'll send that now, and then you can distribute it. The best possible way to get the information out there.
That would be perfect, Ken, because we are going to have a follow-up note to everyone this morning that was on the call and signed up. So that would be a great way to put that link right in there.
Excellent. I'm sending that over now. And again, thank you for the opportunity. Keep up the great work. I'm going to be on as many calls as I possibly can. I've been sharing this information, and really thank you so much again, Kathleen and Amy and the team there at Rideshare Delaware.
Oh. Thanks so much, Ken, and thanks to the Newcastle County Chamber and the Central Delaware Chamber for providing updates today. And that's the whole essence of what we're trying to achieve with these, little coffee breaks is to have it to bring some tips, to the teleworker and to people right now, but then also make it an interactive session so we could get the most productive time out of our little break. So I am going to go to our next slide here. Oops, excuse me. Sorry about that. And so one of the things I wanted to do, so right now, before we end our call, I know we're approaching the 20-minute mark, but I did, since we have everybody on the call, along with thanking you, I would like to get some input and ask Amy and Arlene if we've had any suggestions, for some tips that people are doing to continue their networking, or maybe some ideas that people have shared. Can you help with that, Amy or Arlene?
Sure. One thing I had asked if anyone uses LinkedIn for networking. I know I personally do. It's a great resource to connect with people, whether they are within your network, say in Delaware, or out of state as well. And Sarah Coakley shared that the Delaware chapter of the American Planning Association does have a group on LinkedIn for chapter members, and she agrees that it's useful for networking and keeping current in the field, where planners are able to share resources and different accomplishments. So LinkedIn is another great resource. Rideshare Delaware does have a LinkedIn page. So if you have not followed us there, please do that. We do post information from the area, and love to get everybody's opinions and feedback on information. So that is a great resource to find new connections.
Okay, great. And we can maybe include that that name on our follow-up email too. So I'll make sure I make a note of that. And I just wanted to let everybody know we have a couple more notices here for our dates of our next series. And so we have one coming up about the 50th anniversary of Earth Day. And we're actually going to have a guest speaker from the Delaware Estuary join us. And then the 24th, we're going to start looking at some work days post COVID-19. And then also, we have ideas for future webinars, but we'd love to hear from you guys. So if you have some topics that are really hot buttons, or things that you'd like to learn more about, please pass them on to us. And here on the slide, you can actually send us an email at the general Rideshare Delaware email address. And I believe that is it for today. And I really, really thank everybody for their time today and their input. And I hope everybody has a great holiday weekend, and stay safe and well until next time.
Kathleen?
Yes.
Yeah, hi, I'm sorry to interrupt. Before you close, I apologize. Sure. First of all, I didn't say hello. Arlene, hi, how are you doing? I came into the call a little late and didn't realize Arlene was on the call, and just wanted to say hello to her, as part of your team. So hi, Arlene, how you doing?
Hi, Ken. Thank you. Good to hear from you.
Same here. And really good to see everyone on the call. Kathleen, Amy, and Arlene, I'm going to share with you, one of our members is having an event this afternoon. Soraya Morgan with the Crosstalks, they're having an event for small businesses, and I'll email it to you three. If you'd like to share that with those on the call, and any others, you're welcome to do so.
Perfect.
All righty. Thank you so much.
That's what we want. We want people to be able to share, and this we're talking how appropriately, because we're talking about networking today. So that's great. Every bit of information is excellent. Again, so if anybody has, like I said, if you have any suggestions or you have anything you'd like to share with us, send them to Rideshare, the general at Rideshare Delaware email. And then also don't forget to hashtag Delaware DE Teleworks photographs of how you're working from home, because we'd love just to have a bank of those positive photos to share with everybody. So again, thank you, and we will talk to you next Friday on the 17th. Bye-bye.